Just waiting for that intro. Yeah, cool. No, go ahead. You guys do it one more time. Go for it.
No.
We're doing balls tonight.
Balls, everybody.
Balls.
Reborn wizard.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome to It's a Long
Reborn
Story.
wizard with balls.
A place where we try to make magic or something. I don't know. I'm full on the senioritis of Christmas right now. Hello, everybody. Welcome to It's a Long Story, a place where we roll dice, we tell stories, and we create magic. We are here with almost everybody in the Unearthed Arcanum. Everybody take a look at your camera, wave, and say hi.
Hi.
Y'all.
Hello.
Merry holidays.
Merry happy. Hello, everybody. We are missing Kiki this week. I believe Kiki said it was like a work party thing.
A friend party thing, I think.
Friend party thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's something that was more important than us. She made it
was
very
not.
clear
Wait.
that it was
You all
more
have
important
friends
than
outside
this.
of this group?
You've met
I
some
don't.
of mine.
Is that allowed?
I-
yeah.
No friends.
Like you've met some of my friends outside of this.
No.
Us?
Outside of you, yeah.
It
How
is-
I've
dare
got
you,
a whole
Hannah?
life. It's a whole thing.
How dare you show favorites and only introduce them to Evan?
I mean, you guys can join us. Like
Play
it's
games.
not
Get good.
I don't know if I can do this tonight, finding out that Hannah has friends that aren't us.
It's mainly
That's
you guys.
That's fair.
We'll heal.
Fair.
Walk it back.
Cool.
Have direct earrings to change the subject from uncomfortable. I'm just kidding.
Everybody take a look at Justice T-Rex
Oh,
earrings.
welcome.
Look
They're
at
beautiful.
It, we're a dragon.
The little dragon.
It's great.
I want it.
Hey, camera. Hey, everybody. For those that have no idea what the heck this is, hi, we are a D&D live stream that runs every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, having 5 parties living, existing, and breathing for those that do in the same homebrew world, the wonderful, beautiful world of Astera. And this is the last session of the year.
Crazy.
We did it.
Words coming out of your mouth hole.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Next year will be a different year, and therefore different, not same year sessions. Or it could be the last ever. You don't know. We have no idea.
No, you cannot do that to us.
Oh, sorry.
The aliens are coming for us. You know?
Yeah.
You
The
did
aliens are
cancel
not
the
a
next
D&D.
50 sessions on us, so
I did do that. That's right. Yeah. And I'll do it again too.
sorry. So sorry.
Look, Dan, the aliens might be coming, but they will let us play D&D. I guarantee
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Reborn wizards.
But we
of
all have to be reborn
Right.
wizards. Yeah.
it. D&D streams is how aliens learn about Earth and just think that that is what Earth is. Okay, anyway, sorry, Joe.
No, let's just do this the whole time. It's fine. This is good.
Mind Flayers aren't original. They were the precursor to what's coming. They're
That's right.
all for D&D.
That's actually
Uh-huh.
why they're coming for us, because they're upset. Like, that's not what we look like.
Trademark infringement. Thank you, Captain Musk.
Yeah, or that's exactly what we look like. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Welcome, everybody. So, announcements, just real quick. First off, as I said, this is the last session of the year. We will be taking a little bit of a break for the holidays, for some refueling of the creative brain, as well as just work on some stuff for next year to be able to kind of run down the pipeline, hopefully. We should be back. The plan is to be back on the 1st. We still have to make sure with our Wednesday group that they're able to come back on the 1st. But we'll miss you, as we will also miss each other. We also, for those that want to help out the channel, best way to do so is to like and subscribe where you're watching. So whether that is on YouTube or Twitch. Sorry, I keep burping. YouTube or Twitch, please. We would love it if you would like and subscribe. Helps us out a ton. Just being able to kind of like push this channel into more people, especially for celebrating the new year. God knows there's a ton of content to watch. There's so many videos now. So yeah, please feel free to check that out and support us. You can also check out our Instagram and TikTok down below here at It's a Long Story _TTRPG, where we have some clips of our favorite moments, silly, dramatic, and everything in between. For your eye holes and ear holes, and you can also like and follow that as well, and that will I'll do a little dance in my head, at least, for everybody that does that. So thank you. That's it. That's all I have for announcements. I believe, Evan, did you say that you were doing recap?
Yes.
Cool. Awesome.
Did that
So-
change my volume at all?
Yes, so much better. That's great. Cool. Well, hold on. I got to say the thing. Hold on. Wait. Don't start yet. I got to say the thing. Before we jump into tonight, we do need to get a recap of where we left off so far. So, Evan, please take it away.
Take it away. Okay. All right. Oh, fuck.
Go, Evan.
We went to a ball. We went to a ball, and we were told to be like on our best behavior and not tell Sarah about or not tell people about Sarah's secret kidnapped taboo love child to the handsome and capable bachelor of summer, Ara, the only summer Eladrin that we know of, as the others were possibly all scattered to the four winds in defeat after some sort of seasonal kerfuffle. As heroes of the moment, we were announced to the waiting ball and began to do ball stuff. Folk line dancing, typical ball stuff, cavorting, generally loitering about. Some of us ran interference between Ara and Sarah. Ara having just learned that he was, I think he just learned that he was a dad. Like, he didn't even know he had a kid at all, let alone that that kid had been kidnapped or taken away or was not there anymore. And Sarah had hidden that from him. And so it seemed like Ara wanted to talk to Sarah, and we were kind of preventing that, or just getting in between the two of them to not cause a scene. I guess Sarah also like doesn't want to be seen with him in public. So, youch. Others of us talked to the up till now unknown court mage, an Autumn Eladrin who seemed oddly powerful for the role, whose name was
Hold on, I got this. Esselise.
Esselise. They were also oddly patron-like in offering power to both, I believe, Alster and Kara, who both talked to her. And then, our friend Petra fell on his ass after trying to imitate the graceful dance moves of Io. And Prim continued to enjoy her newfound independence and self-actualization in a dance with her new paramour, gazing lovingly into the mesmerizing, deep-cut dress of the tailor woman, whose name was
Amaranthiel.
Amaranthiel. After some more bawling, Alistair went back to talk to the court mage, as she looked over and inside him, her eyes suddenly grew like large as dinner plates as she sensed the power that resides within Alistair and or the being that's bound to his cane. I feel like it could be, there's like a battery in there and stuff, lots of stuff's going on in there. Anyway, the primordial essence, god of water, things, Undulith. The idea is, I think that she may have sensed that. She seemed afraid and surprised. And then some dude walked in. And that's where we left off.
Some
Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you for the welcome is the best. I love the welcome. Very nice. That's it. Welcome. Thank you, Evan. Appreciate it. Words. Is there anything else we wish to add, friends?
You forgot the gentlemanly duel.
Gentlemanly duel.
which did occur, which was just the duel of who could be the nicest. And some dude walked
Courtesy
in.
duel.
Courtesy duel. And some dude that walked in, king. But some
King,
dude.
that's the one.
Some dude.
That's the one.
That's
Some
Fine.
dude, whatever.
Isn't the
dude.
king also just some dude?
Yeah, but he has
Also
a title.
is.
yeah.
And it's not king, so there you go. That's
Oh.
for you.
Right,
Um,
right.
You know, we
or
can't all
something.
own cars.
Did I make sovereign up? I might have made sovereign up.
Might
It's
be a Luigi
sovereign.
moment.
Oh,
Sorry.
I was
It's-
right.
Is
Different.
that a Mitsubishi?
Yo, he's the
different.
subway sovereign. Let's go.
What is happening? Also, I didn't realize that that Hannah, you were showing off Kiki's
Yeah.
present. Was that what it was?
Yeah, it's a little book dragon, and then it
That's
opens,
super
and it's a dice holder,
Cute.
That is amazing.
and it's all
Oh, yeah.
3D printed.
A spinny dice thing.
Oh
It has
hell
all
yeah!
the different
That's
dice like
fun.
marked on it, and then on each side you can just spin and stop it, and so you can
I
like, roll
forgot to
every
stop
die on there.
I
at the
haven't even
mailbox.
opened mine yet.
Kiki, it's not even Christmas yet. That's so
I thought
amazing.
about not opening it because it was wrapped really nicely, and I was like,
It
I could
was.
wait till like Christmas, but then I
And
wanted
then
it
you
now. So
and then you said I'm an adult.
Yeah.
and I can
I've just been getting
I can have stuff when I want.
randomly, so I'm just like,
yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Super cool.
Yeah,
it's
that's
adorable. I love it. It's so cute. It's amazing. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Great. Well, cool. Awesome. Here we are. There is one thing I need to pull up before we get started. Because my stuff's all organized now, so I have to spend some time trying to find it.
It's the list of books that the cat was
And is
grabbing.
coming back with. Don't
Yeah.
worry, I haven't forgotten to ask about him.
I made sure to throw that in there when I was rewatching today.
What? What's happening?
We
Houston.
sent Houston on a trip to the library, and I expect him back during the ball.
Oh, with the book list?
Yeah.
I love the I expect him back.
I do. Sorry.
Hey, it's great.
I am the all-knowing DM, and I know each and every little thing that happens and will happen and needs to happen. So, of course, I do know where and what that book list is. So
You got an hour.
there's a whole sort of like side quest thing that Houston's going on right now. So it's gonna take a little time.
Fantastic.
So.
I'll roll for it real quick. Oh, nat 20. Oh, that actually was a nat 20. Hey,
Don't
Call it out
you
more
roll
often.
for my cat. I also
Wasn't-
rolled a natural 8 for him. No, I rolled a 14. I know numbers.
Guys, we're doing great.
we got
You guys
3.5
wanna-
more hours of this.
You guys just want to all run one small little three-eyed cat bat thing?
We'll
Is
each
there-
pick an appendage.
Yeah, we can do that co-op.
I mean, he's
Like
got
all
the
the
2
tail.
tails. He has 3 whole eyes. We could technically do 3 perception checks for each eye.
Mhm.
No,
Very true.
no, no. That's not how eyes work. Jess.
If
that not why-
they're chameleons, they that's how they
Hmm.
work.
He's
How
a
many
eyes
giant
do you
cat in the
have?
Feywild. We could
Don't
do
bring
a lot
it.
of
Don't
stuff
bring
with
it
him.
here. I have 4. Good one. All right, here we go. You guys want to play some freaking D&D or not?
Hey.
Yes, yes, we do.
See,
Yeah, I could, yes.
All right. So, oh crap! I went to the wrong thing. Not yet. Not yet.
Do you want to play some D&D or what?
D&D or what? Cool. So, as we have left off, we come in right where we left off, which was the doors opening, the announcement of oh my god, the announcement of Theodred Elielthanaris. I'm gonna get through it today, guys. Theodred Elielthanaris, the Sovereign Verdant. As you see, the dancing immediately stops as everyone turns to look at a figure that is sitting on a throne that is being carried by several guards, but to the close right is a furbolg that you guys see is dressed very, very nice, but you recognize as Doc. There's Doc. You see everyone in the room immediately drop to a knee, as if hit by a spell. Do you all drop to a knee?
Were we hit by a spell?
No, you were not.
Io was raised right, so he does drop to a knee, but noticeably pools the water so he's not getting his clothes wet.
Nice.
Gwen would do the bare minimum that she thought she could get away with.
Cool.
So like half a curtsy, maybe.
You got it. I love it.
Which is almost more insulting than not doing anything at all in my mind. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does Elise, does she bow? Or go to a knee?
Elise does not. She is transfixed by what she saw. It is. I think it is largely unnoticed because where the sort of verdant table is set is actually off to the left of the room. So as the doorway is opening, we're seeing from Alistair's point of view is actually seeing the king descending, facing almost away in this large ballroom.
Yeah, I think I hold her gaze for a second too long, and then I have the big coat on now, so flourish to stand next to her with the cane in front of me and bow my head.
Beautiful. Upon seeing that, you see and just kind of bows the head. Okay.
Yori just kind of like notices that people are getting lower, and while still reading the book, sits on the ground, crisscross applesauce style.
Beautiful. Awesome.
Prim tries to bow. It does not end well.
Okay.
She's in a dress that she's not used to, in heels.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Let's say give me a dexterity saving throw.
Sure. Do you want it with disadvantage?
Yeah, I like it.
12.
Okay, cool, awesome. This is the beauty of D&D being in different places as well for us rolling physical die. You can always just basically choose to fail, be like, yeah, it's 3.
It was a 3 on the die. I just have a
There you
really
go, yeah.
good dex save.
Nice. So you see Prim just kind of like stumble a little bit forward as I believe Emeranthiel is with you, so like kind of catches you and like picks you up only to be able to kind of like put you in a position to be bowing. There is a sincere awkward moment where the musicians actually stop. Or sorry, not the musicians, because they're did I explain this before? They're basically like just floating instruments. I probably didn't mention that. There's a couple things I think I missed in explaining this. But you see that they kind of like stopped, and there was a moment where
Orwin?
Gosh, I need to. Yes, Glorwyn. Is that what you? Yes, Glorwyn. Kind of like gives a nod to these instruments, and they pick up back up immediately. But no one moves from their position until he gets to his spot, which ironically is now towards Alistair. So there's a very good awkward like 20 seconds.
Did Glorwyn
Standing
bow?
next to his court mage.
Yes, for sure. Glorwyn bowed. Yes. I'm trying to think if there's anybody who didn't.
Aura?
Fair guess.
So anybody who wants to roll a perception check can.
I will roll it with disadvantage because I almost fell on my booty.
Good.
That's
I
still
got
a
a 15.
22.
16.
the thought crosses Ara's mind for sure. You notice that of not bowing.
But in the end, he does. Okay.
Then he does. And I assume Kara probably does as well. There might even
Does
be
the
like a nudge
Archduke?
for Kara.
What's his
Yes,
vibe during it?
deeply bows. Yes, for sure. And Sarah does as well. And they wait until once the sovereign kind of gets to the table, everybody kind of like starts to like sort of stand up and kind of try their best to like go on as if nothing had happened. But those at the table, so Sarah, Larian, and Esselise, stay in a bowing position until the king is settled. Or excuse me, the sovereign settled.
Quick point of order, just to make sure I remember and know things correctly. The Archduke is also the son of the sovereign, correct?
Yes, correct.
Got it. Thank you.
Larian Eliel Thanalis.
From a Alistair magical view, does there seem to be any connection from Esselise to anyone else in the room? Like here at the Verdant table.
Do you mean like
I'll say what I
hereditary, or
mean.
like- yeah.
I will say what I mean, even though this is not probably how this world works, but like a magical tether. In the same way that like a cleric would have, you would, I guess you wouldn't know which god they pulled powers from, but
Interesting. Hey, speak more magic to me, baby.
I always envision in my head there has to be some sort of line between a patron, it's the little bank tube of how magic gets to them.
Especially with how close they are. I think like
Yes.
it's like that kind of like seems to like
Maybe their auras shift and almost match each other now that they're super close to each other.
Yeah. So I think in this case, you see there is
It's a lot of magic in the room, so
There's a
I
lot
can
of
understand
magic
if it
in
gets muddled.
I will say, yeah, give me a check on this. Give me an Arcana check.
Is it 30? This is 30.
Shut up. Cool. With a 30, you do kind of like a quick scan, and you see we'll do the matching aura thing because I think that's fun. So we'll say in the idea of like the golden sort of aura, you notice that there are blips around the room, but there's not. It's not necessarily clear that they are 100% connected to Esselise, but there is one that absolutely is, and he is over in the far corner next to Kara.
Aura?
Mm-hmm.
I'll bow my head again slightly to Esselise, who's next to me. Maybe we can talk again soon. And then I will make my way over to Miss Gwen.
Cool. You immediately hear in your head, "We must later this evening, please."
I'll nod but not look back at her as I'm walking towards Gwen.
You got it. Okay, cool.
She blew me off.
Yeah. Gwen. The sort of slow. Actually, I would say honestly, this like there is a slow sort of like romantic song that's being played, but the king is now here. The sovereign is now here. So it immediately goes into something that's a little more lively.
I was going to ask, as well as Gwen can do, does the Archduke's bow and, does it seem performative or does he seem sincere about his reverence for the sovereign?
Interesting. Insight check.
Okay, come on. Don't fucking... right, that's all right. That's going to be a 14. It's not great, but it's not too low.
It's certainly performative as far as the idea of the full-heartedness of it. It's hard to tell, but it is definitely.
So he's definitely a person who cares about his image.
Yes, 100%.
Fantastic. That is basically what I wanted to know, for sure.
Got it.
Cool. But yeah, as Alistair comes back over, I'm just going to go over to him.
Okay.
Everything okay?
Yes, the Esselise, quite a powerful individual.
She certainly seems to be.
He underestimated who we are.
People often do.
I thought at this point we would be past that, saviors of the city and everything, but I guess not.
Not always a bad thing.
Kara's new friend. He's also a good friend of Esselise's as well, I think.
Laura is?
Yeah, similar to Io.
I get it.
Yeah. I haven't.
I wouldn't
decided
have
yet.
pictured that for him. Interesting.
It
I
might
don't know
explain
who,
why
though.
he's the only Summer Eladrin here. Someone had to protect him.
Interesting. I would like to talk to her, though, later.
Yeah, you should. She definitely wants to speak again. But to be honest, I'm a little frustrated that she refused to talk to me the first time. So, I'm not sure a second time is worth it.
Well, never really known you to back down from a challenge.
There's so many challenges in this room, Gwen.
Yes. We'll handle them together.
Till the end, buddy.
Absolutely. Do you want to try to dance again? Maybe when it's slower?
Yeah, if we could something slower, that would be great. Yeah, I'm not. I don't. My hip is still hurting from what? What did you guys? This dance is from South Imea that you
Yeah,
remember?
so it's a pretty popular one for younger people where we're from. And my aunt and her mother doesn't really like us to dance that way. So obviously that's the one that we Oscar and I decided to learn.
And did you guys do this dance in a barn? You didn't.
Sure. Bars, school, ballroom dance lessons to piss everybody off.
I need to point out, because if I recall correctly, Io rolled incredibly well. Io is fucking killing it on the dance floor right now.
For sure he is.
Yeah, I feel like this whole conversation is happening
natural
shoulder
over
to
there.
shoulder as we're watching him. Just
Yeah. Io is a natural. Like, I'm in awe of him right now. It's fantastic.
I'm not sure where the tentacles end and Io begins right now.
Oh, it's impressive.
He never did this at the Ludus.
We should have danced more.
We? I mean,
Like everybody. But yes.
instead of reading? At least reading is useful.
We could dance and read at the same time. That would be very fun to see.
That would have been a class worth having
Yes.
for you guys.
Well, let's go get something to drink and wait for a slower song.
In this very moment, Io, as you are, Io, are you dancing with Seda or Petra? I can't recall.
At this point, I think since Petra said he kind of wanted a minute to kind of recover, he's probably dancing with Seda for a little bit, especially after what happened with the Archduke.
You got it. Seda is a little bit shorter, so you see like over the crowd a little bit as you see there are plates that seem to be floating in with dishes, with food on them. Is Seda just at this moment just kind of goes, so this is a South Man dance?
I think originally, but I'm putting a little bit of an Islander flair on it. Spice it up a little bit.
What's an island?
So, have you ever heard of the ocean?
It's the big water, right?
Yeah, big water. Think about it like this: big water and a landmass the size of maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 towns, just right in the middle of the big water. And that's an island in a nice little bow.
Don't you all need like resources that are like, how do you get food?
Fishing. I mean, and there's
Fishing?
plants. Yeah, we get fish. Seafood is really good in Sway. That's the town I'm from.
So you put animals together? As you recognize now, she thought you said fission.
Fishing? No. Well,
Fission.
I guess actually that is kind of what a gumbo is. Yeah. So what you do is, yeah, you get a whole bunch of different fish. Sausage is really good, and there's this really nice little breed of pigs that's bred there just for it. Chop it up, make nice little sausage with it, chop it all up, local fresh spices and everything, and mix it. Yeah, pretty much mix it all up. That's a gumbo or jambalaya. But I meant to say fishing, as in catching
Fishing.
fish.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, there's this man. Yeah, ooh man, you got me, girl, you got me really missing home now. There's some really
Oh,
good
I'm
fish
sorry.
there.
I didn't mean to I just was trying to just small talk.
Oh no, it's good. I'm saying it's a happy memory. It's a good thing to kind of think about and remember. Yeah, so I don't.
What you look different than everybody else here.
Yeah. I'm what happens when some kind of lower planes thing either gets together with something else or comes in contact with something else. I'm trying to figure out exactly why I look so different. But I like how I look.
I do too.
Well, thank you kindly. Anyway, it looks like you're having a good time, right?
I'm having a great time. I didn't know that this is what this place looked like.
And you've lived here for so long, and kind of interesting how you can see the world in a different light when the stars align, right?
Well, I've never been. This is my first time in court.
Oh, truly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is it what you imagined?
Everyone's so beautiful.
Yeah, that they are.
And mean. At least Larian.
I mean, yeah, he kind of gives me asshole vibes.
What? You see her just start giggling, like laughing, like full on.
I mean, yeah, look at him. Yeah, types like that are all around back home too. One of my friends, he's also an elf, but I don't think he's the same kind of elf that y'all are, but I could be wrong. He hates Larian types. That's actually why he didn't really get along with too many other elves, it seemed like.
Well, we're not all alike.
Oh, trust me, I know. Ironically, when he and I first became friends, a type like Larian was treating me like less than a person, and we kind of both put him in his place. And I've never been one to judge people just based on how they look. That ain't fair to nobody. I've met people who might not be the most easy on the eyes, but the nicest souls on the face of the world. And then I've met people who look like gods among us and got hearts as dark as pitch.
Interesting. I'd like to visit your world someday.
Yeah. Depending on where you go, I think you'd like it. At the very least, the cultural exchange it'd be great. I think we should mix and intermingle as people. Trade ideas.
Yeah. I agree.
So, speaking of that, have you ever left the kingdom exactly? Or have you basically spent your entire life here?
Well, when I was younger, we weren't here.
Truly. So where were y'all?
Oh, you don't know?
No, I don't. Enlighten me.
Well, we were very close by, adjacent to. I don't remember exactly the clear definition, but we were really close to the summer court, the Sealy court, that sort of area. All that direction.
Was there a specific reason why y'all moved?
Oh yeah, we were thrown out.
Oh, that gods.
Mm-hmm.
That must have been hard.
I guess I don't really remember. Mom probably remembers a lot more.
Well, I guess maybe that's for the best, but yeah. Aside from Larian, most people treat you good here.
Yeah, for the most part.
Good. If that
I
ever
like my life here.
changes-
I would like my life anywhere.
Well, that's actually a great spirit to have. Never lose that spirit.
Okay.
Also, I'm curious. Who exactly is the woman with the glowing eyes, the blondish hair color? Seems to emit an aura of indescribable power.
I don't know.
Huh. She seems important.
You should go talk to her.
Yeah. You good cutting up the dance floor here? And by the way, that's a phrase. It basically means
Okay.
it basically means you're dancing really, really well, which you
Well,
are.
thank you. I don't know. There's food here now, so might just
Yeah.
have some of that.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. I think I'll do that after I have a little chat. But yeah. Thank you for dancing with me, Seda. And then you see him kind of bow, before he bow, and then pulls water with him because, again, water on a dance floor, not a good idea.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you see her do a very a very silly looking curtsy as she does like a couple of these, very like making fun of in that, and just okay, go ahead. And you see her just kind of move towards the food.
All right.
Cool. We'll pause you there. Very nice. Yori. So you're opening the Song of Stars, so the book with the harp in the center of it, and you're reading through. So when everybody bowed, you said you sat down in an area.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. For the sake of the simplicity of this, if that works, I think you open the book right then and there.
Sure.
And you start reading. You don't hear any music.
Hmm. What do I see? I guess just the words in there, and that's it. And
yeah,
just...
I mean, just you see the words. You're able to kind of like read through them. There's no melody associated with them because you just see it. Like it's like a normal book in this moment.
Right. Well, I mean, that's what he has for the moment. I think he's bored, so he's sitting on the ground reading. I think he might just continue to read those words for now, and you know, he at least can read through the lyrics and see what they say.
Cool, you got it. Yeah, so I think as you're like sitting down, facing that direction, you notice that there's no sound coming from it, and I think in that moment, what is Yori assuming as far as the like music that he's not hearing?
I think, yeah. I mean, I think he just doesn't know. I think it's one of those things where, like, okay, well, maybe books like this sometimes turn on and off, or maybe Alistair would know what's going on, or I don't think he thinks anything is particularly crazy about it. It's just sort of a mystery, and he wanted to read it anyway, so he's just kind of continuing. Like it's in his head as something, but it's not like what happened. This music is off. He's just kind of like, all right, that's a thing.
Okay, cool, awesome. I'll say, give me a. I hate to put it in this light, but I would say give me an investigation check.
Sure. A solid 10.
Solid 10. Cool. With a 10, reading through the words, it is still like not very clear. I think like in the difference between I'll say, without having to go into too much detail, I would say that it is very much reading through an elven poem that is so far from a giant's poem that like even like pulling the meaning out of is difficult. You're reading words that are so like they're so ephemeral and not entirely clear. Like this word doesn't go with this word at all, and that sort of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think if that's happening as he reads it, he probably starts to like nod off.
Okay. Yeah.
In the way that you like reading things into just the words, and you're just kind of like, yeah.
Great. I love that. That's great. I will say also in this moment, there is food that is coming out. It's up to you if you want to roll like a perception roll or whatever of whether or not Yori sees that is fully up to you. It's your choice.
Sure. Yeah, I'll roll perception for that. It's definitely something he would try to. Yeah, he got a 25, so I think he's been looking out for it and occasionally like looking at doors and things to see when people. Yeah, so he at that point I think put the book back in like a, I assume he's carrying a little bag at that point. So, put the book back in the bag and then go and try to get some food.
Cool. I think because it's kind of funny to me because the meals are like on the plates. Yori, do you think you're sitting by your table? And if not, do you just go and sit by the closest table where there's food?
Yeah, I don't think he's used to like a place where you sit and somebody comes and brings you food. Like not that much. I mean, maybe we've done that once or twice. Like, but generally, yeah, like other places there are food is just there are piles of food and you go and you get your food and then you eat it.
Yeah.
Like, so he probably goes right up to the people who are bringing the plates to like grab food from them or like off the plates they're bringing.
There's no people bringing plates. The plates themselves are like floating in.
But he's like, straight up just grabbing plates then, yeah, or even just grabbing food off plates, yeah.
Does Yori get a clean plate and just starts buffet styling off of
Yeah, well, if you can grab one plate, then he'll start grabbing stuff from other ones. That definitely, yeah, he was there.
So Yori comes back to the table with a full like waiter level of just plates along the arms. Or one arm, I guess. As you come to,
I think he puts them on the sword. There's a giant flat sword that he has. He just like turns it sideways and puts plate after plate on that.
Just like,
yeah. There's one arm still. It's just like
so much more
difficult.
strength. Like, like, and you're like kind of like trying to peep. Like, God, you don't have another arm. You're like, look out! Like that sort of like thing. Gwyn and Alistair, would you have gone and sit down to eat?
Yeah, I think we went to go get a drink and then we would go to the table.
You got it.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Cool.
It'll give
So
Gwen a chance to look around at everybody. So
cool. So Kara is here. Ara Elor is here. Alistair and Gwyn, you sit down. You see Yori come up with this giant sword that's just slides off the table.
Yeah, just kunk. Yeah.
And you found what you wanted then, Yori?
Well, I thought I don't know how. I thought everybody would grab some, but I found some stuff that I wanted, and if anybody else wants some, that's fine too. I'll just put them in a big. I'll just put them. Kind of pile them up, and then everybody can kind of grab what they want. He just starts kind of like piling the food into the center.
You got it. You see full plates just put in front of you of like food that would be I would say it's all one dish. That
Rolling on the random sides table in the new DMG.
Got to pull all the size. So you see like most of the food on pretty much all of the plates look to be like odd looking fruits and vegetables. All like very like elegantly presented and like cooked and all that. There is the I think that's what you would see. But in this moment, Glorwyn kind of just pops in and is, hello. How is everybody? Do we want meat at this table?
Yes.
Oh. All right. Well, where'd you get those?
They're floating on like the buffet, the area where you get all the plates.
I kind of like looks above you to the table that is now looking at their blank sort of spot of no food. Great. Well, I will. Sure, of course. Yeah, I will handle that. Yes. A refill. Yes, of course. Absolutely. I will make sure that is handled all around. Actually, you know what? And you see it start to refill itself. Okay. Well, what type of meat from what poor animal?
It all the normal ones. So there's like, I guess you could do, you know,
All the normal ones.
do you have any from what was the name of the big thing that we killed in on the island we crashed at? You know, the
Pirate
big
store.
Yeah, do you have any of those?
Dinosaur? Is that what you said?
Tyrant store.
Tyrannosaur. Well, I will.
It was made of meat.
It's made of meat. Okay, great. Well, that is that. Those were the things I asked for. Yes, I will.
Absolutely no packle meat.
Right.
No packle meat. Right, which is okay. Great. So just Tyrannosaur for the table.
But unless anyone wants anything else.
That should be
see-
fine.
Kara and R are just like, no, yeah. Prim, do you come to the table? Are you still on the dance floor at this moment?
You said there were booze.
Booze? Yeah, probably at the
alcohol?
table. Yeah.
Yeah, she's probably coming over.
Okay.
To get a drink because she's probably worked up a bit of a sweat.
Okay, you got it. So Prim, you walk over as, okay, all right. Tyrannosaur
What the fuck is a tyrannosaur?
meat.
We killed one.
Right.
Well, two. Like one was like a baby.
I actually pull out one of the teeth. We
Oh!
Yeah, they have teeth like that.
Very useful. Can I have that?
no.
I'll give it back. I don't know what it is that you're asking me to get,
Oh.
but if you give me that, then I'll know.
I'll
I
give it to you. but
Promise.
You can't. It doesn't leave my sight.
It's going to have to most likely.
All right. Well, I can absolutely do that. Yes, thank you. And you see,
Alistair the Fae, you could have made deals.
okay, all right, well, great. Just one moment. And you see the tooth is floating by itself. Alistair, you see magic. You see illusion magic. It is not there. As Glorwyn is fully gone. You also see like 10 dishes appear at the table next door that had lost all theirs.
He's very good at his job.
Yeah, I don't know why he floated them out here if he could just poof them, you know?
Presentation, Yori. Everything in this place is about presentation.
Yeah, like the armor.
So, hey, actually, Aura,
That's pretty good.
Yori brings up a really good point. The Archduke's ceremonial armor looks very similar to the guard's normal armor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, that's that's their look. That's what they want to go for. If it's not, if it's broke, don't fix it, I guess. I don't know.
Is that what they wear, like, out?
Like they're going out on.
What do you mean out?
I don't know, if they're out of the tree. And if they're going to, I don't know, do they do other things? They have to go to...
Hunt a hag.
Yeah, well,
If that's what you got.
I mean, they didn't do so hot, right?
No.
That's messed up. I held his head. Ooh.
Did you know the people that went?
One.
Were you two friendly? Or did he just mean Sarah?
No, he meant
No, because Sarah
Dale
didn't go.
Oh,
Dare.
I don't.
One,
Yeah,
yeah.
sorry, I didn't.
Sarah didn't go. It was the brother.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Were you friendly? No, I was sad that he died. His brother's just
The worst?
yeah.
Yeah.
What was he like?
Never mind.
I mean, in a line of people that were. You've seen the reactions towards me. He was a little better. But that's it. It's not like we were close.
But he went
You
out
seem-
with like
Yeah.
armor. Yeah.
Yep.
Similar.
That's,
Did you make his weapons?
No.
Did they ever get the armor back?
I don't know. I assume not.
Because
At least everyone here knows that he can't make armor, right?
Who? Cario?
Yes.
if your norm is 0, then
Yeah. That's about right. I mean, I don't know. I don't wear a lot of armor myself, so it's hard for me to say. But it's certainly I wouldn't be caught dead in what Carol's making,
I would.
or I
only-
would be caught dead.
Yeah. Uh,
Why didn't we find a body? I guess we didn't search all of the.
we were pretty quickly occupied with a invisible guest. I'm just glad I got it.
I just kind of assumed that for a hag, there's bodies probably being used, right?
Oh,
He wasn't there. That's not where he was found.
well, he was kind of found by the entrance to it, I guess.
Yeah, but he was found on this side, not that side.
Maybe they left his head as a reminder. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
just
there was
weird.
also red caps.
And of course, we're all waiting to see the fallout from those that she shared her powers with now that she's not here anymore.
Squeesh.
Never really understood how that works. If a
Oh.
patron passes away, does all the magic go away, or does it remain in some small amounts? Is it filled? Some sort of vacuum?
I don't know. You can eat that?
No, you're welcome to it.
Takes a fork, kind of like flips it in his finger, stabs in.
He's doing fork tricks now. Cool.
Your enchantments that you place on your weapons and other pieces, where did you learn that? It's very good. I knew several people at the Ludus that were quite talented. It took them their lives to be even half as good as you.
I guess. Thanks. Yeah. My family, I guess. We were all kind of pretty good at it. Not good enough, though.
Well, it sounds like it was like 1v3, so, it's not really fair.
Tell them that. Also, that's all ancient history anyway, so.
How long ago did that happen?
Years? It's hard to say in the Feywild, but I was young.
Fair.
I was just, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I was young as your lady Verdant. You think they're gonna play a slow song?
You make an
hope so.
excellent point. I wanted to where it did that.
Can you just ask them? Like, that's what
Yeah, that's
at home you just say or yell out what you want them to play, or
I was gonna when he
start it
You-
yourself.
you did send him to go find a something source, so he might be back. Once he's back, maybe we can ask.
Usually you can just call his name and he just pops up, but I guess I don't want to interrupt him.
That would mean that I remembered his name.
I'll tell you later.
Claudiel, Gloriel.
I don't know if I want to add it to
Right.
my memory.
Fair.
Above table, is there a fountain in this room?
Yeah, there would be. Kind of like towards like the back window.
And then again, just random, make sure Clinton understands. This whole tree moved, correct?
Probably not.
Okay.
That was never clarified at all.
It
Heard that.
shifted into having the other Eldrin colors. Was once they had moved in. That's I think what you're referencing.
Yeah, I will say above board, the tree was here.
Got it.
They moved to the tree and then its leaves shifted according to these 3 seasonal Eldrin. I believe was what was previously stated. Proceeds to like shotgun like 2 of the glasses of wine real quick. I'm gonna get back out there. Cool.
Why? I mean, yeah. No, go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna get back out there for a little bit more, and then I'll ask for a slow dance here. Once whatever.
You see. I think I will say. I think you see Kara just going like.
Not with. I want to slow dance with Amaranthel here soon. So.
Kara, I think Kara is in a space of not being able to tell you guys anything. Yeah.
Slides to the left. Exit scene.
You got it. Cool. So with that, we go to Io. Io, you approach the sovereign table. Now that the sovereign is there, you see 2 guards like kind of move swiftly, not like run, but move swiftly to kind of like block your path as you approach.
Good evening, gentlemen. I just wanted to speak with the fall Eladrin over there with the blonde hair.
You see them both kind of like look over to the court mage who just and you see them kind of step aside.
Thank you kindly. Good evening, madame. How are you finding the evening?
Quite interesting, actually.
Oh, well.
What can I do for you?
I really just wanted to introduce myself. You seem to radiate a certain aura about you. So I thought it'd be wise to make a connection. I am Io Duval. As he does another little gentlemanly bow.
And who is this trailing behind you? As I imagine, Callisto is following you.
Oh yes, this is my familiar, my partner. He goes by Callisto. He is a pseudo dragon with some type of link to me that I'm still aiming to figure out why or how.
It's very normal for things like this to happen for your types. I wouldn't question too much of it.
You talking about my types as in, I'm assuming, warlocks? And then as he's kind of pointing down at his book that's fastened at his hip.
Those that are tied to a greater power.
What do you know about all that, by any chance?
In your case?
Actually, yeah. If we wanna cut right to the chase, I gotta admit I'm damn curious.
All right. You have proven to be of... You've all proven to be of some surprising interest. Please bring the book forward.
Of course. I don't know if I gotta.
If you
I don't
can.
know- Yeah. I don't know if I have to warn you, but it packs a kick, and Io goes to hand the book over.
Cool. You got it. Give me a... I'll say Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Ooh, that's not bad. Oh, come on. Now why are you loading slow? 2 seconds.
Okay.
For that con save, that is a 22.
Okay, cool. With a 22, 22 is good enough that you, Io, feel this like moment of having to physically work hard to let go of your fingers from the book.
Mhm.
But it's above a 20, so you're able to even give the it is not noticeable on the outside at all, even to Eslise. Interesting. Takes it.
I think if anyone would be around, there would have been a tiny, like the tiniest drop of blood from the palm in his other hand as he was clenching his teeth in that palm.
Cool. Yeah, like it. Nice. Also, just if you can give me a little bit more mic, or make sure it just stays close to your face.
Yeah. There we go.
Cool. Interesting. Somewhat. Another deity from the material plane. Oh.
So it is a
little
god?
further. In my line of work here, the concepts of gods is a very wide title. So
That's fair.
if it would be deemed in any sort of sense a god, certainly not from the upper planes.
Yeah. For some reason, that does not surprise me.
Or the lower planes.
Now that I wasn't exactly expecting.
Gran Lotla.
Yeah.
Closes the book sharp with a heavy thud. Hands it back to you.
Thank you.
Have you met the serpent?
The servant. If you're talking
Serpent.
about... Oh, serpent. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Couple times, actually. I've talked with him. He essentially wants me to hunt down the others like me, as in his other warlocks. He tells me he wants me to kill him, but I don't know what his real aim is. But I don't think that's
fun.
it.
Well, I guess I can tell you that any sort of deity that claims themselves to be high enough to be able to have followers that can grasp pieces of their magic usually do better when there is enough to worship or obey them. In your case, it looks like you're deities working backwards, wanting to
Working-
create fewer
Huh.
followers. How strange.
Why in the hells would it want to do something like that?
Maybe it wants you to actually kill it.
Something like that actually telling the truth? Well, color me surprised.
I don't know if it's necessarily telling the whole truth, but maybe there is a factor of the transformation into death may bring about something else.
Interesting. If you don't mind me asking, how you come to know all this?
Experience.
Experience. Insight check. Basically what I was trying to glean from this insight check is when she says experience, is she saying this in a way of like a student who studies these types of creatures, or as someone who is in this same position of power, so kind of like a first-hand experience?
DC 25.
All right, here we go. Ooh, I'm just going to go ahead and burn that inspiration because I'm very curious. Only thing is, I'm playing a very hard game to try and get this. Ah, well, I didn't make it. That's a 16.
You're not entirely sure. The phrasing of it could be either way. It could be age. It could be something that is specifically focused on things like this, scholastically or studied, in a way. Yeah, she is purposely being enigmatic in that.
By the way, I didn't get your name, ma'am. Is there anything I can call you by?
You may call me the Maiden of the Autumn.
The Maiden of the Altar.
Autumn.
Autumn. Okay. If I wanted to consult you at some point in the future, would you permit me to do that?
No.
All right. I understand. Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of the festivities. And he goes ahead and turns to leave.
Very well. Doesn't say goodbye, doesn't say you as well, just says very well. And with that, you see there's like several sort of you see Theodred kind of like looking in a direction as they are eating some sort of form of meat, and just like staring at you from his point at the table, which is in that center. So like literally like I think we said like 3 seats down.
And Theodred is the sovereign, correct?
Yes.
At that point, when he locks eyes with the sovereign, he tries to a sincere gesture of what he would believe to be like a gesture of respect or deference to the lord of the land. I guess it would kind of come off as like a turn and bow, and then he's gonna go find his seat with his friends if Theodred does not address him directly or anything.
Okay. You.
Yes. Your Majesty? Sovereign. Yes,
that's fine.
Of course.
Enlighten me. I have yet to hear the details of how you managed to take down the great EX.
Well, it was a group effort. Gwynbedaeth, the red tiefling, and Alistair Samil, In the creature's darkest hour, they teamed up. She hitting the blight with a fire spell, he with a ice spell, and as we learned from one of our previous contexts, that was the key to killing the creature. Then some unexpected last-ditch efforts of Yex came through, and we managed to handle that as well. That was much more of a complete group effort. The
effort.
fairy. Oh, I'm sorry.
Group effort.
Yes, every single one of us. I can't really say any one of us took most of the credit in that battle. It was a collective effort to bring that creature down.
Roll me a history check.
Okay. That's an 8.
You got it. Please continue.
Yeah, from what I remember, after everything was left, there was an eyeball left over, and I know someone who has a history with that creature, and I had to make sure that it could never come back, and I made sure that that last bit of her was eliminated.
Well done. What is your name?
Io Duval.
Io Duval.
Yes.
And Alistair is the one that cursed my daughter, correct?
Cursed? Cursed her?
In making the deal that she had to come along.
I would...
You see
I would-
Sarah is just staring at her plate, just like eating, but just...
We've been trying to study the laws of this land and the nature of the Feywild and the power of deals.
Io Duval, I'm not trying to fault you. I assumed you needed her for something. She has come back safe and sound. And Yex is gone. In my opinion, I could choose to forget that.
Of course. Yeah, I wouldn't have let no harm come to your daughter. That bitch Yex, she had it coming. If anyone was gonna, no one else was gonna die by her hands as long as I had anything to say about it.
True comfort after the fact, but thank you.
Of course.
You may go.
Thank you, sir. And he turns to leave again and sit down and get some food with his friends. Now, if he can get his appetite back, because right now he probably had a little bit of butterflies in his stomach, especially after that whole thing with Alistair.
Yeah, nice. Beautiful. Prim, you're going out into the dance floor. Is there something specific you wanted to do here?
Yeah, I was thinking, how's Doc looking? Is he next to...
How's Doc looking?
Yeah.
Real good.
Yeah.
Real good.
Yeah.
Doc is rolling an insight check.
You got it, dude. How's a 26 look for you?
Great. Doc looks extremely uncomfortable in some very tight, but very regal looking clothes. Is not dressed as a guard, but like essentially what you would probably imagine a guard would have if they took their armor off and like had just the sort of like suit. Mostly gold, some green, kind of made up. And you see he is standing behind Theodred. Like behind and to the right.
Cool.
Or to the left, actually.
I think Prim is going to walk over to the table as well.
Same thing. Guards come up.
talking past the guards. Hey Doc, do you want to come dance? Just ignore everyone else. Yeah.
Roll me a persuasion check.
You got it. I'm so good at those. Oh, dirty 20, let's go!
Nice. Okay, cool. With a dirty 20, you see the sovereign is like leaning over to say something to the Archduke, possibly about Io that just walked away, sees you kind of staring down, looks at Doc, and Doc just goes to try to goes and tries to like step over the table as everybody just kind of grabs their things, like trying to like hold aside. Sorry. Hello.
Hi. You look
Hi.
great.
Excuse me. And he like kind of like ducks under the guards holding their thing.
She'll like step back for him too. Hi. You look great. You want to come dance?
Yeah.
Come on. And she'll just grab his hand and just
Rushes onto the dance floor. Cool. Do you say anything to Amaranthio before you do this?
no, not necessarily.
Okay. Cool.
And she's gonna. I think she'll bring Doc to Amaranthil with them, and
Okay.
she'll be like, "This is Doc. He works with the Sovereign. We met him
Hi, Doc.
earlier, but I mean, it's just a look. Look at this dapper lad. I just thought, give him a
Yes,
little break.
A tree of a male figure. Doc, do you dance? And you see Doc just. Okay. Yeah.
Prim's just giddy at this point.
You got it. So say you guys just go out to the dance floor.
Yeah.
Doc is bad.
I didn't expect him to be good.
Yeah, there's some points where you see Doc is just specifically kind of like stepping to the upbeat, and then falling off almost immediately to it. Is able to stay on his feet. I rolled a 9. Was not like fully falling, but yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
I wanted to give Doc a little, and also a little bit of a just F you to the rest of that table because I didn't care about any of them but the servant.
Yeah. I love it. Cool. All right. We come back to the table now as Petra, I forgot, is also there. Wow. There's a lot of very, very pretty people. It's like a storybook with all the characters in one area.
Have you not? Didn't you like work and live here?
Yeah, but I wasn't.
Wait, I mean, every single person I've seen here has been kind of like that. Are there like it's not that kind of looking person here in the city?
No, I think it's just me. I don't know. I haven't seen anybody with horns since I've been here. It's just been a while. Except
Your
for
horns
Gwen.
are very distinguished.
Thank you so much. And so
You're
are
welcome.
yours.
Thank you.
Who was sovereign when you got here?
Oh, that guy.
Just the whole time.
Yeah.
How long have you been here?
Oh. Years?
Yeah. All right. Alistair, this book doesn't work anymore. I'm holding it under
Petra.
the table. It's fine. Just like look.
Do you want me to look at it?
Maybe.
Petra, have you
Okay.
ever heard any books that played music when you opened them?
Yeah, those are the best.
But just for you, not for anyone else.
Oh, I don't think so.
Really, you've never once heard of a book that played music just for you that no one else could hear.
I had a book that yelled at me. But everybody could hear it, so sorry, I guess that didn't. Yeah.
Why are there so many talking books?
One of the easiest
something to
charms to do
say.
for a book.
Oh, I guess it's kind of full of words already. There's a lot of the whole aspect of. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess there's some people that can't read.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was doing, was trying to yell to me what was in the book. It was hard to tell because I immediately closed it. And then I handed it off to someone else, and they opened it, and it was fine. And then I grabbed it again, and I opened it, and it started screaming at me again.
My uncle had a few of those books that only screamed when I opened them. I don't think I was supposed to read them.
Yeah. So there was, yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. Maybe I just wasn't supposed to read it.
Which is just bullshit, if you ask me, but nobody does.
All I wanted to do was to read that book now. You know what I mean?
Right. It doesn't solve any problems.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to read it more,
Yeah.
but
Yori, maybe try going out in the hallway and seeing if it works there.
What is
Okay.
this story?
Not right now, though. I would very much appreciate if you could stay in here with us.
Okay. Petra, do you know every book that's in the library?
yeah.
Okay. Do you know a book that has like a harp on it?
Yeah.
Oh, what's its deal?
I think it was titled The Harp, and it was like a story about a harp that it was like a magical harp that had went on journeys and stuff. I don't remember where it went. I think actually that was in the one of the guards here, one of the Verdant Court has it.
Oh, well,
Hold on. Was the harp carried, or the harp itself went on the adventure?
No, I think the harp itself went on the adventure.
It's probably one of the guards that got that book.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a cat that Gwyn has that's trying to get the list.
Yeah, Yori, Petra might be able to help you out with this one.
yeah, I have a book, and it's a book that came from somewhere, and it used to, when I would hold it, play music just for me, or other people I think who touched it could
Lucky.
hear. Yeah.
Oh.
But it didn't yell at them. But now it's not doing anything. Can you check it out?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Here.
Opens it up. You see him start to move his head to not the music.
Do you hear the music, Petra?
Yeah, you don't?
Not from the book.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's that music.
No, this is different music. Actually, yeah, that's actually, ow, that's kind of annoying. Yeah, it works.
Okay. Do you have any idea why it might not work for me?
I don't know. Try opening it right now.
Okay.
Take it. At this moment, I will say, in handing the book this is how you're handing the book,
Okay.
like that. Yori, you open the book.
Alistair, you try.
Alistair, are you right next to Yori?
Yes.
Okay.
Does it?
So to clarify just a small thing, the way that I thought of this is like ballroom sort of tables, probably circular. You hear something. It's very soft.
One second. Is Io? I imagine Io is still walking back to the table at this point. Yes,
Yeah, I assume so. Yeah.
Back at the table, Io. Yeah, I'll stand up with the book. I'll be right back. Gwen, can I get you anything on my way back?
No, I'm all right.
Just 1 minute. I would try and catch Io's eyes and walk towards wherever that fountain is at. And as I still have the book open, does the music get louder as I walk away?
What are you paying attention to?
Well, I would just make sure that I get Io's attention, and hopefully he heads towards me. And then I'm gonna walk with my head down, looking at the book in the direction of the fountain.
You got it, which is directly behind you.
Great.
As soon as you turn, you hear the music loud and clear.
Yori, we're gonna have to figure this out later.
As you turn back to Yori, you see it go. You feel as you're like turning towards Yori and going back to like where your seat is positioned, music dies. I'll say, Alistair, at this point, like for clarity, so I want to make sure that I'm actually explaining this as best I can. I will say it is a relatively low DC at this point. I say roll me an investigation check. We'll say, Yori, if you want to actually add your bardic, because I think that would really apply here.
Sure. Yeah.
It's a D6 again, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, D6.
I only rolled a 1 on the bardic. 31.
Good.
It's directional.
Last bardic of the day.
It's the...
Yeah.
I thought it was Yori.
It's where you're facing. It plays when you're facing a certain direction.
What direction is he facing when he faces the fountain?
North.
Can I?
Song of Stars.
Does it work?
Towards where the Celestial Dryad is located. Look, I have the book. They gave me the book. I know where the portals are at.
That's not what that says in the book. It doesn't say, here is the portals.
Here's a direct map to it. Here's all the traps along the way. Yeah, okay, cool. Sorry.
I will say this. With a 30, you know it's
1.
north. Oh, 31? You know it's north.
Got it. Jesus. You just turn around.
Does Yuri have the book when he's doing this?
He does.
Cool. All right. Yeah, you do a full round, and that's when you kind of like gauge. You actually see Yuri like.
Yeah, I mean, as that happens, he's gonna grab his sword and just start walking in the direction that the book is the loudest.
Yeah, you walk to the fountain, and it's up to you if you keep going.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a wall, I suppose I don't keep going towards that. But like, you know,
what's funny is there isn't. There's a fountain that you would have to like kind of like step onto and then like up. Like, yeah, it's like one of those like very like cascading sort of fountains things. So Yori is just climbing the fountain.
Yori.
Yeah, but it's a.
Yep, I know.
But this is boring.
Tomorrow.
This is an adventure.
Not tonight.
Just let me follow it. Just
What if I did? I have a cool trick or an idea I want to try.
In this
What's-
moment, you see very strange looking, deep red skinned meat that just appears on all your plates. So gross.
all right. Food is okay. Food. All right. Food's important. But we're gonna I mean, that's what you do, right? I mean, it's when you have a thing that's loudest that
Absolutely.
yeah. Okay.
We're gonna go until it's where it's the loudest.
All right. Now I guess meat.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Is this uncooked?
That's a good question, actually. It is uncooked.
Great.
Amazing.
Nah. And I'll eat it anyway.
Nice.
Roll for food poisoning.
Roll for food poisoning. Yeah. Man, is there anyone here who would be disgusted by that? I think Petra, but that's about it. I think.
We all.
I
just
won't eat it, but she's not disgusted by it.
Yeah, if anything, it's
you
more
poke
natural.
it and it still moves a little bit.
This is really how it's done in the wild, so it's really it's that's natural. I mean, I do like cooked stuff, but I mean, I want meat.
Hey, Io, you coming to hang out with me at the fountain?
Yeah, and as you see, Io, he's levitating 2 plates. As one of his plates, he quickly has to readjust for the weight as the meat pops onto the plate.
Nice.
And he's like, okay, sure, let's hang out by the fountain, but this don't look quite done.
Oh, I know. And I'll turn the sword flat and then put pieces of meat on the side of the sword, which has an ability to catch on fire. And I will catch the sword on fire.
You got it. You see Ara immediately just moves the sword in a safer position. Okay.
Oh yeah. That's probably better.
Yeah, just give it a little bit of char. I do like my meat a little medium rare, but it don't need to be fully growling at me.
You see other tables. This is fun. You see other tables turn to look at the table that has caught on, that is catching on fire as far as their perspective goes. And who do they see at the table? Ara, just standing there, kind of staring at the flames, just kind of nervous. Seeing other people.
It works pretty well.
Yeah.
Pretty clever.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, little man. That's perfect.
Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna get up.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't want your tyrant store steak?
No, you can have it. You can have it.
Oh,
Okay, I'll save you some.
Oh, this is one of them big lizards that we fought back on the island?
Well, not the lizard from Celeste, but the one from the other island that we
Okay, I've been meaning. This is gonna be a good meal. Come on, Al, walk with me, talk with me.
Nope, fountain.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the fountain's right there. Okay.
I think Ara just there's no reason for me to do this, but there it is. There's the little guy right there. He's right there. He's so cute.
Oh, nice.
He's so cute as you're eating his meat.
I forgot what it looks
Nope.
like.
Yeah.
It's
No.
wild.
Hey, it's the last one of the year. Yeah, I said it. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think Ara sees people going in that direction, actually just goes over to there. There's also a level of fire people associate with me. I'm just gonna go over to the opposite of that.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And just walks over there. So it's Alistair, Io, and Ari Lore, who can be not listening.
Nope, he's 100% great. I will kind of look at him and go, great, I could use, if this works, I could use, I guess,
You need
can
to set
let me
something
know
on
if it-
fire.
to work. No, to
Okay.
make sure it works properly. And then above table, to quote the documentary historical fact of Frozen, Joe, water has memory. So,
Sure.
I have a fun level 2 spell that allows me for 6 seconds as a bonus action to turn into water.
Yeah.
Can I turn just like my left arm into water and stick it in the fountain and try and know the history of this place when they showed up to the best of my ability?
Okay, cool. The leaps and bounds here.
Hey, man.
I'll put a roll to it. Let's see. So casting the spell.
Yeah.
I will say okay. I will say roll me a d20. It's got to just be 11 or higher, and then roll me an Arcana check.
Great.
You could try.
You see Alistair's arm just slowly take the shape of water. That was a 2 on that d20 roll.
Okay. You do cast it, so this does happen.
No, yeah, I took it. And then slide my hand into the water and look at Io and
As he's doing that, is it possible that I don't know if this is gonna work for the help action here, because I see he's doing something. As Io's kind of shoving his face with little cubes of tyrant meat, he's saying, "So, what exactly are you trying to glean here? You trying to meld with the water, take a piece of the water with you? What's the goal here?"
I was thinking that I could just try and connect with it and maybe see what's happened here, since everyone seems so tight-lipped or biased.
Try this. Oh wow, that's
you
really
saying
savory.
I'm biased?
Everyone has their own personal biases.
Wait,
I don't mean that.
Al, try this. As you're
I love
trying
shush.
to
Shush was good. Shush was good. Hey,
Yeah.
Dan, take a point of inspiration for the shush. I like that a lot.
So here's what I want you to do, Al. You know, when I jump into y'all's minds,
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm not going to, but
Please don't do that.
rock with me. So what I do with that is, when I reach out, it's like I'm kind of I put a psychic hand out and I kind of wrap it around whatever I'm trying to communicate with. And essentially I try to be that thing. And that's kind of how the link kind of comes to me. Try something like that. Connect with it. I mean, I know you're literally connecting with it, but try to see the water from the water's perspective.
Okay, DM, I'll spend the resources again to try.
Okay, you got it. I'll allow you to reroll if you want to spend the spell slot again. I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Be the water. One.
Does that
with the
count as a help
water.
action?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, because I was like, oof.
Yeah, you guys saw that.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
It's an 18.
18. Okay, cool. That was for the D20 roll?
That's just the D20, and then you said investigation or history?
Arcana check.
Arcana, gotcha. 25.
Cool. All right.
I am not expecting this to be a full-on lore drop. I just wanted to try and get, because I originally had thought
Since
that the whole
the
thing
beginning
moved.
of time.
Yes.
No. Yeah, I think I'll say it's probably easiest to sort of probably answer questions in terms of like the idea of like kind of like collecting to them all like the like water molecules, what would be able to glean something historically that was here. And keep in mind this is like what was here, so not necessarily what was following that
Yeah, I think for me, what I would like to know is how long when did they arrive?
Mhm.
So a rough time estimate on that, and was it just the people that are here, or were there some Eladrin with them in the beginning? And if possible, the main thing I want to know is, did they arrive in distress?
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, not like, oh, hey, cool, new place to stay. Like, this is it.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So they definitely arrived here. Distress would definitely be a name for it in terms of not like they didn't run here, but it was certainly a thing of like, we need to find where else to live or else we're gonna die.
Refugees.
Yes, 100%. I would say, let's say, don't quote me on this, but I would say it's somewhere around about 100 years ago. Which
That's
for
good.
like Feywild could be, that's kind of like the like, I realize it could be a point of frustration, but that's like the weird thing when we like say years. That's kind of like the reality of what we're dealing with. Is everything's very like in that sort of like, years means probably 50 or more. Like that's the like sort of thing there. Yeah. And I think there was a third question.
Yeah, the people that exist here now, were they the same group of people that arrived here, or were there Summer Eladrin with them?
I got you. No, the only Summer Eladrin that came here was Aura.
Okay. Cool. I think that's it. Unless you got like above table, does anybody have any other questions that I could possibly try and ask this thing?
Yeah. This water being, as you guys are thinking, this water being kind of representative of the waters that have been going like in and out from Iabellon, the tree itself.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Real quick question. Well, two questions in one. Is the Dryad in the room with us right now, Joe? Is the Dryad in the room?
Know?
I do want to know if the Dryad's in the room, but also since we're talking about just Iabellum here, the tree, was the Dryad here before they were?
No. Yes.
Heard. Anyone else?
The Dryad is not here in the room right now. They found the tree with the Dryad.
My question was about the Dryad.
Cool.
What you got? Or was that it?
No, that was my question. Just if she was here before.
Only thing I can think of is if it was somehow connected to that river of blood, but I think they're too far apart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're pretty far apart.
Has Larian always been a dick?
Reading through the water, you get back a hard there's a little like magic 8-ball sort of thing of like, hard to say.
He keeps pissing in the fountains.
If he did, it would be like, girl, let me tell you about it. That's what would come up.
Cool. Yeah. So for the flavor, I think his whole forearm takes on or remains in arm shape, Anna, but in water. As he dips it into it, and it just kind of melds into it, and I think you see like glimpses, like you're watching the history of Iabellum in time lapse really quick, just on the surface of the water.
That's cool.
And Alistair can glean that information from it, but it's like that super fast thing.
Yeah. So I think like adding on top of that, I would say like Io and Ara. Actually, yeah, that's fun. I like that a lot. So as you see, like there is like I I think it doesn't paint like a picture of the memory. It's like there's like forms in the water that start to kind of come up as representing the events that's happening. So you actually see there is like a number of like what looks to be like elven figures. You see like elven heads that are just a shape of water that kind of comes up, that are all kind of moving in a certain direction. As there is a giant tree that seems to kind of bloom up like a temporary sort of geyser, as they see them all kind of like moving towards that. And you see like a figure come walking out of the tree to greet them. At this, Ara goes, I could have told you that.
Huh.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, whatever. Wow, you figured it out.
At this point, I think my hand's gone back to normal. I get it out, and I'm just gonna give Io a hug. Thank you.
No problem, man. Here, you also earned this. And he floats a cube of meat in his mouth.
Hey, Alistair. Hey, Alistair. Roll me a Constitution saving throw to keep from choking on the cube mouth. Yeah.
Man, that is
Gotta watch out for the floating Io meat. Oh, God.
Oh, man. Ara's gonna look so bad as he goes on the other side, and now it's like, yeah.
It's 21.
Okay.
But it was almost a 1.
And
yeah. What the hell, man?
I mean, you did a good job.
I'm not Callisto. What? No.
I'm just saying it was really cool.
We were having a moment. Why?
Yeah, it was. I was trying to sweeten the moment with good food. That's all.
Can I roll a perception to see if I saw that?
Yeah, absolutely, Prim. Low DC, because there would be a certain point where like the fire would be definitely something that like.
Oh yeah.
What's going on over there? Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's only a 13.
So you saw the fire. You're keeping like kind of an eye on it. I think you see Alistair choke. You don't see what Alistair was doing at the fountain.
But
okay.
Sorry. Probably not the best timing.
All right, I think Yori's done with the. Ara's not facing you guys, facing away to the two. I think Yori's done with setting the table on fire.
All right. Do you want to do more than just make swords? Would you be willing to do more than just make swords?
I'm. What are you asking me, man? I feel like you're from here with this vague question. Just ask me just talk to me straight.
I have an idea, and I need good blacksmiths and enchanters to work on it. And unfortunately, Yori and I and one other person that I know that could do this are all currently preoccupied. And if I could get you the key to the treasury, so to say, and free reign to do what you want, and you be in charge, would you be willing to do that? If I asked you to build something for me.
What am I in charge of?
What you got him building, Al?
I have this idea.
I don't want to be in charge of anything. That's not.
Okay. Continue to follow these people here that don't respect you and don't like you.
He walks away.
Hey, what? Wait, man. He was a little harsh with it, but he meant right.
He's gone. I rolled a 2. He's gone. He goes back to the table, but he's gone.
Damn.
That work? Kind of like goes to Yori. Actually, like kind of like slaps him on the back a little bit as he goes to sit down. That work?
Yeah, it worked great.
Awesome.
It's perfect. Yeah.
Can I have some? I guess.
Yeah, I made a bunch. I mean, I just kind of cooked whatever was here. It's maybe it's a little little charred on the outside, but it's pretty good.
That's all right. That's okay. That's all right. Oh, yeah. All right. And in this moment, you see the doors open again, and you see there is you hear like a little whisper, like, now, okay, now, and you see these like little, you see the children kind of like come through the doors. I see the guard kind of like running up the steps, pulls it. Now, presenting the the children saved by Yex. And we'll pause it there. We're gonna take our 10-minute break. See you guys in 10.
Oh my lord. Oh my.
Wow. And the weight.
Oh my
Unbelievable.
That
goodness.
was extreme, 'cause I
Welcome
hate-
back, everybody. Cool. So you see some of the kids kind of shuffle in. As I've said before, like a good number of them having green hair or blue hair. You do see some of them are clearly human.
So even the kids who are from here are unaccompanied.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, there's no one that's with them at all. You see Mel, lovingly named Mel, Milasi, who is probably one of the younger ones, who just kind of comes up. Okay, do I go now?
Gwen will walk up and projecting her voice. Yes, the sovereign and his table have been waiting so breathlessly for you all to arrive with your gifts.
Oh, great. Okay, cool. Gwen, grab this end. And like has
All
this
right.
little like you grab the end of the page and you see Milos.
Notably, I do it with Mage Hand.
Okay, love it. You grab one end and you see Milasi run over to the other side. Fully, there's a mural that has like been made from this paper-like material that is fully covering the kids. So now you can't see the kids at all. Okay, so this is us having to hang out in the treehouse thing, and then this one, and you see like there's like a red scribble. This is Gwen, and this is a purple guy, and this is like a grayish magenta guy. He's here. He's right there. Right there. And then there's Sarah. Oh wait, no, that's me. That's me. Over there. Gwen, point to over there.
Gwen will point to over there.
Yeah, no, up. Up. Yeah, right there. That's Sarah, because she was also there. And then this big green thing right here in the center is Yex. And she's dead.
I am watching the full high table to see their reactions to this.
You see there's a lot of conversation happening between the Archduke and the Sovereign, looking in this direction, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. You see Sarah just like Sarah has her hands just like this, and you can't tell if she's embarrassed or just intrigued or what have you. Esselise is let's see. Esselise is just patiently staring, expressionless completely. You hear Doc from you. Yeah.
Okay, now this is an off the wall, above table question.
Yeah, go for it.
Does Gwen think that our defeat of the hag is of legendary importance enough for legend lore to work?
Does Gwen think that?
Gwen does, yes.
Was that the question? What is the question?
Yeah, just would it work? But
yeah, I think so. There's a possibility that it would work.
All right, Gwen will step up and she's going to say, the children very much wanted you to know their story. And Sarah's involvement in it and our involvement. If you could give me 10 minutes, I might be able to help make their drawings come to life.
That's what I did, though. It's already.
You
on
did
there.
wonderful,
Okay.
darling.
All right. You see
Exactly.
the sovereign just stops. And you see everybody kind of like turn towards your direction, giving you like the unequivocal of like, that's a yes. Like, yeah.
Well, this will take me about 10 minutes, but I'm sure the children would love to tell you in their own words while I prepare.
So do I have to do this again as you guys are kind of forming back up?
No, you did great.
Okay. All right. And Gwen, you spend 10 minutes like seeing all of their pieces, their notes, and I'll say like honestly, above board, every sort of thing that's described, you can feel free to like kind of describe how it comes to life.
I'll feed the
love
kids
this.
in those 10 minutes.
What's that?
I'll feed the kids in those 10 minutes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, absolutely. You
Prim
come
just-
up.
Yeah, gestures them towards Yori.
Gunther immediately runs up and goes like, oh, thank God, man. There's no
Yeah.
meat anywhere here.
Take as much as you want.
Thanks. All right. You don't have to looks at Gwen and goes, you don't have to show mine.
All right, we'll keep that one just for us.
There's clearly one 4-year-old boy that is just covered in snot and dirt that is sitting right next to Gwen.
Incredible. Gwen is going to mage hand a little handkerchief and like shove it in his face.
I'm good.
You see another little boy about 10 tugging on the end of Prim's dress, and he's like, "Hey lady, how do you lose your arm? Did Yex bite it off?
No.
Was it a crab? Because you know
Is it-
crabs have pincers and they like just snap things off."
Oh, no, it wasn't a crab.
Ooh, that lady is he your girlfriend? Pointing right at crap. Why am I forgetting her name?
Amaranthil.
Amaranthil.
That is a conversation for another time.
You see, does Gunther know this other kid's name? Probably not. Gunther comes, hey, we're over here. As you'd have had to, like, this kid must have gone through the crowd to the other side of where, like, this kid is in the crowd. The rest of them are kind of like
Yes.
up on this, like, sort of platform. Hey, sorry, I'm just yelling.
Got
now.
their help.
Okay. Oh, there's food?
Yeah,
Oh, there's food over there. Go.
I'm not. Everybody's looking at me as I'm talking because I'm gonna just. Can you?
Okay. Bye-bye, lady and her girlfriend. And you see him scamper off.
That's so good.
Prim is beet red.
So good. Yeah.
Children.
So we'll say, Gwen, you spend time trying to kind of like figure out like everybody's like sort of thing, what they're doing. I will say, obviously, we can continue to role play the prep here on this. But I'll say, eventually, I want everybody who is presenting to roll a d20. Above board for anybody viewing this, we decided that the players would take turns being one of the kids to present what is coming up.
Nice.
13.
One of
13.
the little girls walks up next to Alistair. That's a cool cane. I like that cane.
No.
I got a 3,
Okay.
by the way.
It's a nice suit.
Where are you from?
Where am I from? South America.
Okay.
Where are you from? Handsome.
North Amaya.
Ooh, a foreign man.
Wait, where did the little kid voice go? What just happened?
This got so awkward so quick.
Also, it would help if you guys describe what these figures look like.
This is an 11-year-old blonde-haired girl.
Not that matters to what has been asked. I just want to make that very clear.
She's swinging up.
Alistair needs to know what he's really going for here.
No!
Thanks.
I take it back.
adding
We're done for the evening. We're
a
done.
new twist to Alistair's unlikability. Thanks. Listen, we'll get you home or find somebody that will.
Oh yeah. I miss my parents.
I'm sure they miss you too.
Yeah. My dads are great.
Hey, fun. Look, cool. I'll pull ball bearing out and hand it to her. Just yeah. Why don't you go stand behind one of the other kids and just roll that between your fingers.
I got a gift from one of the heroes.
Yeah, and if you roll it between your fingers, it just makes fart noises.
Oh, she is.
Yep.
Nice.
All the way down.
Nice.
Great.
Classic. Okay, cool. All right, what do we get? So I got Al 13, Prim 8. Gwen,
Dan
did you
3.
also want to have a kid?
Alistair would like to know.
No.
What?
Inspiring minds
Guys?
would like to know.
Dan, what'd you get?
I rolled an 18 for this little halfling boy with the curliest red hair.
Beautiful. I love it.
Who looks to be maybe about 9 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, say whenever you guys are ready to present. I will say Mel immediately goes, okay, we're good. Okay, so this one, take this in. And goes to try to do the thing again.
Gwen, in the meantime, since she does intend to, when the children are done, actually cast legend lore and enhance their thing, has it laid out on the ground so that it can be projected up.
Okay, cool. So yes, okay, cool. So she's also explaining okay, so there's this one and no one can see anything but her because it's on the ground.
Yep. 100%.
And everybody's just still there's definitely some looks around we just heard this.
The sovereign table, they're elevated though, aren't they? I had this picture of them sort of so they can see down.
Yeah, they have a little bit of a better eyesight.
They're the only ones she really cares about.
Yeah.
So,
although they did just see it and just hear this,
100%.
Cool, awesome. So Jess, you're up first.
Okay. So Gwen has set up all the legend lore stuff, and as the children start speaking, she will cast the spell. And as they're talking, she is going to try to manipulate their drawings to project up into the air, and sort of alter and as they're talking to give a good illustrative thing. She is very much wanting to highlight Sarah a lot in this while still maintaining what actually did happen, but just sort of make her seem very brave.
Yes. So I will say throughout this, because you're casting legend lore, which would define what actually happened. So I think along with this, Gwen, I think I'm going to say, go ahead and roll me a deception check to be able to kind of alter the story creatively.
I figure she's thinking this is legend lore. We're making our own legend, and it can be what we want it to be.
Sure.
Ooh, that's pretty good. What's my 19?
19, yeah.
Nice.
Whatever you want it to seem like is what it is.
Cool. So yeah, so I guess we would start, because she did tell them to, talk about their time as well, so that people can see how horrible it was and feel really bad about leaving them there for so long.
Yeah, I like it.
Uh,
Yeah, your child is up first.
my child is up first. All right, so this little halfling boy, he's just gonna look up and go, I thought fairies were only in like storybooks, but then the hag took me and she ate my finger, I think, and is just gonna start talking about all the bad things that happened. And he's just like got this sort of, if a 9-year-old boy could have a surfer attitude,
Yeah.
this kid has a surfer attitude.
All right.
And he's just gonna say, and then these guys came in and rescued us. And they like squished her. It's gonna point over to Io. He squished her real good.
Yeah, I did do that.
So yeah. And as he talks, like you see the images forming out of the crayon that they used.
You see, there is like a very large depiction of Yex's face, like very what's the word? Like cartoonish. That there's like a finger that is like extended out, and you see like this large like mouth, just like kind of like chop, and there's like just a spurt of red Crayola color everywhere. As there's like people who are eating, just immediately put that down.
Yeah. And he would end by just saying, and no offense, but I really would like to go home now. And you see just like a little beach house that he drew of his house.
Yay! And does the kid walk off?
Yeah. He's just
Beautiful.
like, he goes and he sits back in like the corner next to Yori, who also has
Great.
curly hair.
I will say in between, Gunther kind of gets up. I was told I didn't have to show my drawing, but yeah. Sarah was amazing and pretty much like saved everybody's butts. Like everybody, even that guy, and points to Alistair. I mean, that's what he did. Okay, am I done?
You're done.
Even though he did that, his part is like elaborate up in the air. Picture's worth 1,000 words.
100%. Cool. Great. Awesome. So Clinton, you're next.
Oh, cool. The like 4-year-old little elfin boy, toe-headed, blonde hair, oddly also has freckles, but who cares? And just looks like he's straight from Charles Dickens' book. Big huge snot bubble hanging out next to Gwen. It's like I think they want me to say something. I'm just gonna. It helps if I just do it like this. It was really dark and I was alone for a while, and then everyone came and the lady would scream really loudly, and it was scary. And sometimes she hit us, and that was not fun either. And it's just, but we're good. And then they had, and she would sometimes leave it really dark for a really long time, but then there was light because they came and And then there was we stepped through a really bright thing, and then there was Gwen.
Fantastic.
You see one of the figures kind of gets up and like runs over to Gwen. Are all these gonna be this dark? But Gwen, I don't know if you understand Elven, do you, or Elvish?
Oh.
Yeah, great. You see someone come up and just got to kiss you.
And even though I don't understand, as the little boy was talking, I want to use thaumaturgy to like dim the lights even darker, so it gets like super scary.
And since it's his picture that's getting blown up, it is just like a black swirl of it is.
Yeah.
And occasionally, like when he said like that, and the eyes, and then just eyes glow, and then they go away, and it's just this swirl of
Super
black
creepy and scary and unsettling.
Eventually the figure that like gets up and like wants to like eventually just gives up, just walks back to their table. Beautiful. Hannah, you're up next.
Yeah, I think this little blonde-haired girl kind of like walks over and she's like, "That was scary." No, I mean it was nice that all these people came in, and then there was this one guy who showed up that was like trying to find like the burning one the entire time. I don't remember. And then they showed up, and then we all left, and then we went through the portal, and then my horn fell off, and then I miss my dad's. Just has a little photo of her with her two dads drawn, holding her hands.
As the picture goes up of the two dads, they're just weeping. Just the saddest, most distraught dads.
Beautiful.
I want to go home.
The rest of you, I'd say everybody except for Gwen, who is like fully on like having to head up this. The rest of you notice that there is a couple of eyes that start to kind of like go to the back of the room towards Ara as the mention of the burning one is
I would
presented.
also like to say Gwen's eyes are fully like just flame red right now.
Okay, cool.
As this is happening.
Yeah. So there's a couple people that definitely like get it wrong as they're like kind of like trying to like sort of piece things together. And you think there's a possible like conspiracy theory being built into the crowd. I'm thinking that Ara was involved in this.
Incredible.
Amazing. Dan, you were last up.
So you see this 10-year-old looking boy with green hair, buck teeth that are still too big for his face, same thing with ears that are too big for his head, and freckles and a small little cut on his lip come out. And he's just finishing the food that Yori just finished feeding the kids, still literally chewing on his last bite. And the first thing he says, "Wow, this food is way better than the stuff the hag used to give us. He had eaten bugs. Like really nasty
This is what he's saying
bugs."
as he's stepping out on stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like it.
Loud enough for everyone to hear. So this is my drawing, and he points to this drawing that looks like a cross between a giant dead rat and a crab. Like, it's very clear that he was given an assignment, but he just started making it up as he went.
Yes.
So what I drew was when we had to find the burning one, there was these guys, especially the it looked like they killed this big giant rat thing. I think Yex used to use it against us, and it had like all these stinky bubbles and stuff on its back. And I think the lady with the one arm and the weird kid with the big sword killed it because they were all covered in its stinky stuff. But it was like all crazy because he was like a crab. He was like a crab rat, and they like ripped off his pincers and stabbed him with it, and it's like its blood and guts went everywhere as he exploded. Hi, I'm Theo. Bye-bye.
Once again, the awkward clapping. Yeah. Gwen, the artwork behind.
Yeah, I think this one, if possible, like when the kid starts talking about the crab monster, it like does one of those like 3D flinch moments in a movie and just sort of like reaches out towards the Archduke. Like
Okay.
and then back in and everything. So
Beautiful. So there's clapping with that. I think Evan's still here, but his throat is feeling pretty bad, so we're gonna just kind of give him a little bit of a break. Yeah, and we have like a couple more. That was everybody, right? Yeah. We have a couple more figures that kind of like come up and start to kind of explain things. And there's a certain point that I would say you see Glorwyn kind of oh right. Wow. Well, let's give these kids a big round of applause. And you see, you hear clapping before everybody starts clapping as he like conjures that sound to clue
I
everybody
think
in.
as like a grand finale, so to speak, all of the drawings would sort of like merge into one and then show like a very quick, like almost flash forward scene of the actual battle and how it played out up until we killed the final part of
You got it. And very like Sarah leaning as far as the involvement. Cool.
like the camera follows her, so you see flashes of all of us in the background, but it's mostly following her, so to speak. And then Gwen would cut the spell before she stops the disintegration on Yori's arm, purposefully.
Makes sense. Okay,
Yeah.
you got it. So I'll say like above board. So there is, if I'm clear on this, there's no outright lying that Gwen is
No
doing.
outright
here,
lying,
Sarah.
just sort of making her part of it seem the piece that is of legendary importance.
Okay, cool.
That makes sense.
So I think with that, you see Glorwyn just, and also, well, of course, we should congratulate the heroes that defeated Yex. Also, our Lady Verdant in particular. Everybody, and you see applause that is much much bigger. As a lot of figures are like looking towards you all, but including Sarah in that. And you see Sarah's like face kind of just go like bright red as she kind of just like bows a little bit. There's that Gwen, you see like in this moment, Sarah has never had to probably ever address people in this manner ever. So like being noted in this way was is a clearly a new thing to her. As she just kind of like gives like a very like short like thank you bow sort of thing. Incredible. Well, you know, kids, off you go.
During that whole thing, Gwen would have wanted to know how the Archduke is reacting.
Cool. You got it. The Archduke.
And did he flinch when she sent the crab after him?
Yes.
Cool.
I did the like kind of like pulling back sort of thing. Archduke has this like sort of like resting kind of like annoyed look until people start clapping, and then like kind of like I'll say Gwen with advantage here, given all this that also. Gosh, it should be deserved to be said. Everybody here who presented gets a point of inspiration. Amazing. Good job, guys.
I have a point of inspiration from before, so I'm going to use it now and reroll.
Yeah, makes sense.
Oh, that's much better. That is actually going to be a 17 for insight.
17. With 17's good.
Almost as high as I can do, Joe.
With a 17, you notice that Lyrian is definitely annoyed in this like scenario with all these kids, but also seems to be a little bit behind the conceptual idea of like when to clap and when to like have a reaction sort of thing. Gwen, you notice that it seems like how do I put this? Larian's perspective on correct emotional reactions to things is not natural. It's like fully reactive to what everybody else is doing.
Got it.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think of a way to be able to kind of like promote the significance of that. Significant. So nice, very cool. You see Glorwyn kind of like trying to like shoo the kids off, and there's nowhere to go again because these kids have not been like. So Gwen, if you want to like step in here or do anything or say anything, you certainly could.
Gwen is going to step up and say, "Who wants to learn a dance?" to the kids. She's not letting them be out of the sight of people. She is putting them forward. They are going to be in everybody's mind for this whole time.
Beautiful. I mean, I'd say what do the kids say, guys?
I would love to dance.
Wonderful.
Bring more of that funny me. That's really good.
This one keeps talking about crabs. It's real weird.
Yeah. The kid who's annoyed with the kid who talks about crabs.
I mean, but did you know that they molt more times in their life? And
I will give you this marble that farts from one of the heroes if you stop talking about crabs.
The little halfling boy is gonna go up and go, no, crabs are so cool. Did you know we have so many of them where I'm from? And just starts talking about the different types of crabs.
Help me from the crabs!
At that point, Theo is all in on that conversation. He's not even paying attention to anything anymore.
I love it.
Alistair during that would have walked up and put his arm around Gwen's waist as we're staring at the verdant court directly in front of us. And once all of that gets done, and now the Iabellum has a chance to be the heroes and return these children home. Right?
You see the sovereign kind of just staring. Of course. But first, perhaps these kids want to join in the dance. And that's what you hear in the crowd is just sort of cough and nothing else. There's just this like weird sort of like heavy, like awkward silence that's broken by Glory. All right, well, we have these masks. Might not work for you little folks, but everybody grab a mask and try to look happy. And you see these masks seem to like kind of like float in between the tables that are just completely blank. They're like they have like eye holes, but they're just like white sort of slats. I imagine the kids just kind of like start to like spread out into the other tables to much to the chagrin of the rest of the
Gwen would
here.
ask Glorwyn to find a place to hang this significant historical piece of art.
I can put it wherever you would deem it to be important.
Right here in this room would be great for now, and then perhaps in the hallway going forward, where everyone who walks through is able to see.
that part's not up to me, but of course we can hang it so very, very high in the rafters, maybe up here.
Maybe let's get a banner on the front of the Verdant
The
table.
table. That's a wonderful idea.
That way, all the
I'm really
guests
glad you thought of that,
see.
Gorwin. Hanging it up where everyone can see.
that would be lovely. Of course, it would be up to the Verdant table. I
can
can
see why they'd have a problem with that. She's saying it loud enough for like everybody around to hear after having just seen this horrific happenings to these children.
It was your idea, Glorwin.
Sure, why not? The worst they can say is no, right? And you see there's a snap and then another snap as it disappears from where it is and goes immediately over the table. It is happening. It happens so fast that most of the Verdant table don't see it. You think like Esselise like is aware of like kind of like peers over, sees, but the rest don't because it's facing out.
I
I'll
was
also
so
lean over
focused on the Archduke that she did not even notice Esselise during this. So
yeah, makes sense.
Io shoots a quick thought to Gwen, saying, "You don't think we doing too much, do ya?"
We're not doing enough.
I know. I'm just remembering we need
Io?
allies, and
We're not doing enough.
no, you're right. You got to stand up for injustice.
Don't you want to know why he's so hesitant to send them back?
Yeah, actually, that's a good point.
And why they all showed up here alone, even the ones from here? It's weird.
It is. I don't want to put my foot in my mouth, but I'm
So if they don't take care of them, they're our responsibility, and I'm not ready for that.
I know. You're right. You're right. All right. Let's act natural. We'll move as a unit because we don't want people catching wise because we're just looking at each other like this.
It's on the material plane. Everything we do is natural. For all they know.
Right. Good point.
Sarah comes over at this point. Excuse me. Yes. Very kind of you. Yeah. Excuse me. Well, they. And she's trying to get through the crowd of people who are now addressing her, and and trying to talk to her about these deeds that she's been part of, and you can see her just being having a really hard time being able to kind of talk herself up, but she's trying to make her way over to you and finally kind of gets there. Excuse me. You did on a little thick there, no?
Nothing in it was inaccurate.
Well, I don't remember any crabs for one thing, but
maybe a few poetic licenses were taken, but we can't invalidate the children's experience.
Yeah.
I wouldn't dream of that, but what is it?
What?
Could you let me in on the...
I just think that they should know who you are.
Why?
Why not?
What are you planning?
You got to do right by these kids.
I don't have anything to do with these kids. Some of the interactions that were portrayed of me helping these kids were not exactly how it happened. Which you all know.
We do, but you helped us save them, did you not?
Legends have a way of writing themselves to how they need to be.
And these kids deserve a chance at a good life.
You deserve the chance to be your own person.
Mm-hmm.
Be seen for that.
So you talked to Kara then? Okay. Well,
We
this
don't
is
always need
officially-
to, Lady Verdant, we don't always need to talk to everybody to get the skivvy on everybody. Some things are plain as day to see. And I think there's a part of you that sees the potential of your nation and your life and what it can be.
Roll me a persuasion check, and I will tell you. You might want to.
With advantage?
If you want, sure. You might want to roll low.
Okay, you might want to roll low. With disadvantage?
Okay.
No.
Oh boy. Oh, that's cock.
I would say no. I'm going to say no. Thank you for that. With advantage for sure, because she's thinking that.
Uh-oh. Oh boy. Well, that's a 24.
Cool. Awesome. Hannah, would you like to do the honors on why I'm bringing that up?
A particular section of what you just said was basically, hey, everyone can fucking tell what's going on.
Yeah.
Everyone knows everyone's tea, and it's plain as day that everyone
That's
knows
fair.
what is happening. And you just
And-
told her basically that it is plain as all
That's
get
fair.
out.
You didn't even
This
just tell her. You persuaded her. So,
Yeah. I don't even. I
Yeah.
think Ben is just looking at Io in horror and doesn't even like
That is
isn't
I
even
will
able
say,
to like mitigate that in any way.
I'll roll with it, but that's not exactly what I was trying to. That's
Hey.
not what I was trying
Oh,
to.
I
But
know.
that's what it came out
Yeah.
as.
Oh, I know.
Like that's one of those
That's all
things
right.
I would have.
So
meant,
should I
would've-
run? Should he
No,
probably get him?
That's-
We'll
no.
probably get him.
you're safe.
Well, no, it's you don't. Everybody put on a mask. Everybody put on a mask.
Oh, damn it! That's
As you see the masks that are like kind of like held up, you see everybody just kind of like. Well, I'll say you see her do it. So you guys whether or not you put it on.
God.
Sorry,
I'm
you
gonna put it on to try to help deflect the situation.
Io's doing the same thing, also to kind of hide his own like facial expressions.
You got it.
It's like,
I need everybody to give me a charisma saving throw.
God.
I didn't put it on.
Okay, everybody who put it on has to roll me a charisma saving throw.
okay.
21.
21. Nice.
Oh no, not 17.
17. Okay. Just saves.
Visage. I'll just put on my own.
Okay, so you didn't put a mask on.
No, I'm gonna put on the visage and make it look like a mask,
Okay.
basically.
It's gonna be very like there's a different like it's one of those like party mask sort of things that like is on a stick.
Mhm.
So Prim putting on like I get what you're saying, what you're doing. There's no difference. Like it's like you like everyone still knows who you are in that.
Yeah.
regard. Cool.
I'm not trying to hide who I am.
Right.
And that's
right.
very prim at the moment.
But I will say on the other side of that is like then you're choosing not to participate. That's the thing. you're
Okay,
giving off.
fine. Okay, fine.
No, it's up to you. I just want to make sure that it's clear.
Nah, I'm down to mess around and find out. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll throw a mask on.
You got it. Go for it. Give me that charisma save.
15.
Oh
Let's say Evan, I think you're in chat. So does Yori put on a mask? What did you get, Gwen? Did you roll the 21? Yeah, that's right.
21, yeah.
What did Prim get?
15.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Is it
Okay.
a charm effect? I'm just...
You all are just full. You're just roll up new characters. You're now new characters.
I have a backup. She's ready. Don't tell me.
Yuri put on a mask and got a 10.
Beautiful. I love it. Great. So, for those that are putting on masks, if you saved, which is to say you got a 17 or above, you were able to make the mask seem like whatever expression you want. For those that roll below, they have to show the expression that they currently are at.
Cool.
Which is a smile.
That sounds nightmarish.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
To Gwen specifically.
And so then there kind of becomes the part, like, as you, I don't have to explain it. Above board, I will say that it's like, that's part of the game of this. Cool. All right. So Alistair chooses not to. What is Alistair doing in this moment?
I think he's looking around. Like, I would say, do I notice? Can I make that connection not wearing a mask?
Ara does not put on a mask. As you see everybody kind of putting on masks, you don't really know anyone well enough, except for maybe Petra. Let's see. Oh yeah, Petra actually would be. I'm pretty sure Petra's immune. I think
That makes sense. Oh yeah, would Gwen have been immune anyway?
This would be a charm effect. Yes.
Cool, cool.
I mean, the mask. I mean, I know the mask display the real emotion if they failed, but like, does it physically change? Like, I guess that's what I'm saying. If I saw it physically change on somebody, I would start looking around the room to see what it looks like for everyone else.
Yeah, well, you see them physically change into like a kind of standard emotion.
Yeah.
So you notice that. You just don't notice. You're just not sure whether or not it is genuine or not.
Got it.
Yeah. That's what Yori's looks like. Yori just has the straight like slant face, or the full expressionless face. Yeah. Cool. That's a nat 1. Yeah, it's a nat 1. You see Sarah put on the face and just immediately is like eyes wide open, just like the big like open mouth emoji of like just terrified. Okay, all right, so we're doing that.
Take your mask off.
She takes a mask down. It's just there's no difference, really.
Yeah. But at least now, the people who know the game can think that maybe she's just like worried about the kids. I don't know.
I what? She puts it back on. Okay, we're doing this, right? This is the mask part of it. Can you get him out of here? Can you get him out of here? Can you get him out of here?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna think. Can Io hear me if I think in my head?
Only if I was listening in on you, and I don't do that.
Is
without
that how that works?
Usually.
Okay. Gwen is going to think to Prim because she remembers we have that. We need to get Ara out of here before this becomes catastrophic.
Cool.
Okay.
So I think in this moment you see like Ara kind of like touching one of the masses. This feels probably it's like probably close by Alistair's. This probably doesn't seem like a good idea, huh? Oh, looks at Yori's mask. Yeah, that makes sense. You see him go to pick it up.
Prim walks over at this point. Her mask is just a nice smile because she's just genuinely happy at the moment.
Beautiful.
She comes over, moves the mask aside, deadpan.
Yeah, I like it.
Ara, dear.
Yeah, should I put one of these on or?
Hell no.
Okay.
It has been requested that you go back to the room.
Ooh.
Kara can show you.
Kara kind of like picking up on what your point is. Yeah, okay. Let's
I'm
go
like,
ahead
if I
and do
need to
that.
intimidate, I will.
Oh, you could try. It's gonna be hard with Ara, but
I
but
got a
you see
+9.
you
I'm
see
down to
Ara
that.
kind of like, why?
Things are not going as planned in ways that are quickly spiraling out of control.
Is she okay?
Yes. I think she's just getting overwhelmed with everything at the moment.
She's getting. Yeah. So if you want to roll the I would say like persuasion would be the nicer sort of form here, but if you want to roll intimidation check, you certainly can.
One's a +1, one's a +9. I'm telling
It's
him
up to you.
piss
What
off.
like this is also like a factor of like you haven't min-maxed your character. What is Prim trying to do here? Is Prim trying to persuade or intimidate?
I think she's trying to intimidate, in all
Okay.
honesty, just because she doesn't have that relationship with this dude, and she's being told by Gwyn to get, like, with Sarah and everything, to get him out of here. Yeah, she's gonna try to just, you need to go. 25.
Okay. Cool. All right. Fine. Okay. Thanks for the party, everybody.
Hey,
I'm sorry. Before you leave, Ara, if you're leaving, was someone was trying to listen in and watch us earlier? Was it Elise?
Why would I know that?
Why would he know that?
And unless you immediately respond, he kind of like.
Don't make me say it out loud. You know, and I know.
This conversation's not for me. And Prim proceeds to back away.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
You made a deal with her. She gives you some of her magic so that you can do the things you do. I don't know the nature of the deal. I don't necessarily care to know unless you want to share. All I want to know is if I need to worry about her spying on us. I ask as a fellow craftsman.
Prim, you're here. The stage has been clearly set on the idea of you being here. Alistair's here. Like both of you roll insight checks for me.
$21.
16.
Okay.
Actually, and I'm gonna throw a D6 on this because of my rogue stuff.
There's some rogue stuff on there.
Yeah, psionic 24.
Okay. I guess you don't know everything.
I don't pretend to know everything. But I ask questions until I do.
Okay. Well, I have no idea what you're talking about. And you know he's telling the truth.
She has her claws in you then.
Who?
Elise. You're connected. I don't know how.
Who is that?
The court mage, the one with all the gold.
This would have been a good point. You point, and do you look?
No, I think it's just over the shoulder.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Trust me, man. One female problem is enough. I don't.
Trust me, whether you know it or not, you are connected to her. I thought it was by choice. Clearly, I was wrong. She is a very powerful Fey creature. You and her are connected somehow.
Okay. What do you want? What do you want me? Sure. Let's say I believe you. What do you want me to do about it?
I don't want you to do anything. I asked you first if she was watching because I thought that you were aware of this connection. I have no answers for you right now. And to be honest with you, I don't know that I have the time to figure it out, but I will if you would like me to. If you really believe me, at the end of the day, I need your help and someone like you, and I would very much appreciate it if we could at least be colleagues, but I can't do that if you are connected to that person. I have no other way of saying I like you as a human, well, as a being, and if you need help, I will help you. If you don't, if you want to continue to be alone, I already have other people in my life that do that. I don't have time for you.
Only persuasion check. I'm gonna say with advantage.
Could I have clocked Elise when the previous comment was made, or is it?
If you
too
think
far
you
back?
look in the direction of where Alistair's, yes, absolutely. You
I
certainly
think,
could.
yeah, I think because she's like behind Ara, so she would have looked that
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
Elise is staring right at Alistair in the back of his head.
Okay.
I have an inspiration, and I'm going to use it just to see if I can roll a higher number.
You got to sing it though.
You got it. I have... No, I'm going to stick with the 17 that I rolled earlier.
Okay. You guys seem like genuine good people, but I don't.
Man,
This
the
just
world
seems-
is against people like you and me. Okay? I'm offering you help. I do not have time to offer it a second time. I would love to do that, but I'm not going to fight you to fix you.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Fine. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm interested in hearing out whatever you have to offer. I guess. Yeah. Sure. But the cryptic talk's gotta like. And
Okay,
and
I
like I'm. Where's my sword? And above board, where is
It is in Gwyn's
sword?
chest.
Cool.
Yes,
Where's my
I
sword?
have all the weapons
in your chest.
right here.
In my chest?
Just kidding. It's in her thing.
Alistair?
What?
She is staring aggressively at you at the moment.
It's because she's scared of me. And she should be.
Fair enough.
Okay. We'll talk about this later. I will leave because I'm fairly certain Prim, is it?
Yes.
Fairly certain Prim could take me. So we'll talk later. I need my weapon. Where's my weapon? Where's my sword?
Gwen.
Gwen, we could say that you're now like kind of like moving through the crowd here at this point.
I don't think she wants to whip the chest out in front of the whole thing, so she's just going to offer her
Crazy.
arm. I mean, it's already pretty out there, so there's only so much more.
Amaranth likes the deep cut. Like,
Yeah, she likes the deep cut, man.
Cut.
So she's gonna offer, or she's gonna like take Ara's arm and just say, "Yes, I was looking for some air. Thank you for offering to take me." And she'll walk out with him, ostensibly to get air.
Okay, cool. Interesting.
And then she would very much try to avoid any of the guards, and you know what? Hell, she'll pull him into like a shadowy alcove to sort of deflect from attention, possible attention.
You pull him out into this. Okay, no, seriously. Okay, you seem great. But
Just go with me on this real quick.
Okay.
And making eye contact with the closest guard and just be like, I don't need an audience for this. And like try to intimidate him away.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, roll me an intimidation check.
Oh, good job, girl. 19.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have it.
Carry on. Just walks away.
And then hopefully he goes to tell everybody else, and she'll take the chest out, allow him to get his sword, and just say, we need to deflect some attention a bit. So if you hear anything, just go with it.
I'm gonna offer something here, Gwen. In the chest that you have, what does it look like when you peer into it? Is it something that the person's able to take out what they want from it, or do you have to go grab it?
I think it kind of works like, I envision it working sort of like a bag of holding, but only for Gwen. If that makes sense. Like you reach in, you think about what you want, and you can pull it out. But if other people tried, it like bites them.
Okay, so you have to grab it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she would, and then when she gets it like a little bit out because it's too heavy for her, she like gesture him to come help her pull it all the way out.
Yeah, no, I got it. You see him grab it and lift it with ease. No problem at all.
Of course not. There's something weird about that.
Puts it on his back.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't be stupid with that.
I'm not. I like to have it on me at all times.
I understand, but don't be stupid. And then she'll close the chest and put it back in its tiny form.
I gotta go.
All right. We'll find you.
Okay. Thanks, I guess. Walks off.
She waits 5 minutes before she goes back in. Messes up her hair a little bit.
Truly 7 minutes in heaven.
100%.
All right. Meanwhile, there's now dancing that is happening as you see people kind of participating in what would be like stylistically above board, like a very like kind of classic sort of ballroom dance with like hand on hand sort of thing. But there's like an interesting sort of like face spin to it.
Plus all of the children bouncing around in between.
Yes, like in between, just like having the mass.
Pinball.
Yeah.
Situation.
Yeah. I'll say in this moment, because things have gotten a little bit like kind of like wacky and wonky, if you guys choose to be together, you're together.
I think, yeah, Prim's going to be at the table because she's been dancing all night and her feet are now tired.
Cool. You got it.
I think Gwen would start to make her way up towards Esselise. She has been wanting to talk to her.
Okay.
So.
All right. The guards come up.
I was hoping for a moment alone, or not alone. There's lots of people here. A moment with the lady down there.
Yes.
Gwen will just head over to her. I don't want to take much of your time, but I was hoping we could have a conversation outside of the festivities. You seem to be the most knowledgeable mage in this place.
Persuasion check.
You're good at, my friend. Natural 20 for 29.
Wow. I think that might have been what you had to roll.
Makes sense.
Guess I could do with some fresh air.
All right.
I would say there's a balcony that's still like in the ballroom, so it's like just outside, but you're able to kind of walk out there. Some people are able to get out there just to kind of take a breather. You see people are out there when you walk in, and you see she just walks in, and you notice that all of a sudden they stop talking and walk inside.
Impressive.
I have my tricks.
Do those tricks include being able to shuttle people back where they belong? Your sovereign seems to be a bit hesitant in that regard.
They seem to be having fun where they are at the moment.
All due respect, have you looked at their faces in those masks? I have to imagine that not all of them pass the check, and some of them are probably like crying and screaming.
Yeah.
Children are very good at showing adults what they think they want to see. It's not always true.
You seem to be talking from experience.
Maybe. But it's not my experience that matters here, it's theirs. And they deserve to go home. Your people left them there long enough. Don't torture them more.
Very well. Every kid there disappears. I didn't hear what you said, Jess.
I just said incredible.
Cool.
I think Gwen just nods. Thank you.
Are you aware of what's inside the man who grabs your waist?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Must be difficult to have a connection with a figure that is not able to give you their whole heart.
Never really understood that. Giving someone your whole heart. That implies that there's a limited amount of it to give. And I don't believe that's true.
Very fey of you.
Maybe it's just pragmatism.
Hmm.
Or wishful thinking. One or the other.
In most cases, I would tend to agree with you. And she goes to kind of make her way to the back to the door. Turns back to you. In this case, I mean it a little more literal. She goes to walk off.
Missed what you said, Joe. Sorry.
She said, in this case, I mean it a little more literal.
Got you. I think Gwen will just, again, wait a couple minutes, think about it, and then make her way back in and over to the group.
Got it.
And when you said all of the children, even the children from here are gone, or are they?
Yep.
Hope they went back to their parents. Well, figure that out tomorrow.
Alistair.
Yo.
Prim has made their way back from escorting Ara to Gwyn, who you see Gwyn walk out with Esselise. Esselise comes back in. You see Gwyn coming back in as well.
I'm glad you're back. How did that conversation go?
She sent the children home, I have to assume.
One would hope.
Yeah, they kind of just disappeared.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. I want. How can we? You know what? Actually, maybe we should try. Gwen, maybe we should try sending one of the kids. Make sure they're safe.
I thought that, but I'm kind of out of spells tonight, Io.
No, I got you. And Io tries to send Gunther, and he sends to him. Hey, Gunther, I really wanted you to share your artwork, but are you okay? Just say something to me. Anything.
Hey, man. Kind of a messed up joke. I assume it's a joke, but if you want to, anytime you want to get us back out of this forest would be great.
And then Io immediately says out loud, she didn't send them back.
Stop. Just real quick. Sorry. Esselise has some sort of connection with Ara, and he's not aware of it.
Shit.
Someone was watching us earlier, and I don't know, but I think it might have been Esselise.
Gwen, as you're hearing this conversation, I think you look down at Yori, who's looking up at you, and you remember something that Yori mentioned in being extremely specific when making Fey deals.
Yep.
As you realize you told her to send them home. And with that, we're going to end tonight's session. We'll see you guys next year.
Bye. Fuck.